Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is straight out of Boston here. Today I'm back for episode number 45 of my Atlanta Braves franchise here, and MLB 15 the show. So Dave Amos goes down for 1 to 2 months with a shoulder injury, so he was our backup catcher entering the year. We're already very thin at catcher, both at the major league level and within the minor league parts of our organization. So I went out and signed Robinson Cruz off the streets. Now, I actually believe I had Robinson Cruz in a previous franchise. I want to say it might have been my Red Sox franchise from last year. I think he was like a bench player for me, if I remember correctly, but I could be wrong. I don't know. The name sounds familiar, and I believe he was a third baseman, and his second position was listed as third base. So I think I might have had him last year, ironically enough, but I kind of like this contact rating. So today we're taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. It's a playoff rematch from last year. We beat the Cardinals in the wild card game. I'm switching up the format a little bit this season, just because, you know, we've already won the World Series. So the regular season to us is not quite as important as it was in the past. We're sort of more focused on just getting to the playoffs and then, you know, going from there. So I'm only going to be playing one game per month. Which, you know, one episode per month, basically. So I think there's going to be, you know, what, April, May, June, July, August, and so about 6 episodes in the regular season, and this is already number 2, so we've only got 4 more, and then we'll get back into the playoffs. Then I'm not guaranteeing I'm going to do a season number 6. I don't think I've ever done 6 seasons of an MLB franchise, so I'm not really sure. I don't know if I've ever done 5 seasons of one, to be honest. I think I did 5 maybe in the Marlins series in MLB 13, but anyway, one reason I wanted to play this game was to take on Andres Huerta. He is one of the guys I could have traded for in the offseason. Now, I was actually thinking about this a little bit, and, you know, we had the opportunity when we were shopping around that Jung Ho Gong package. You know, we had the Chris Sale offer, and Huerta was one of those other offers, and I went with Sale sort of because I just wanted to use Chris Sale. I mean, who wouldn't? But, you know, Zach Greinke's still out in the free agent market. He's still, I think, a 90 overall, and he's only looking for a 2-year, $60 million deal. And I'm thinking it might have been smarter to go after Andres Huerta and then also try and pick up Zach Greinke for, you know, around the same price. I think Sale might make like $10 million, so we would have had to shave a little bit more money off the payroll to afford Greinke, but I'm sure we could have done that. So I was sort of second-guessing myself a little bit this game, but obviously Chris Sale was so dominant in the first game we used him, and if we win a World Series this year, it's really not going to matter. So anyway, I also wanted to mention, I think I've missed like 2 days of videos this week, and I just want to apologize. I've been extremely busy. It's probably been my busiest week of the school year so far. I've had 2 midterms, labs to do, papers to write, just a bunch of crap, and it is just sort of, and also I'm in the process of applying to a bunch of different internships, a bunch of different journalism internships, so I'm just very, very busy these days. But anyway, I think rest of the week I'll probably have a video up each day. Pretty much the busiest part of my week is done, so hopefully I will be able to get videos up at least once a day rest of the week. I'm also going to try and put out a Tour de France video at some point. I have the next episode recorded, I just have not got around to editing that, but I will do that probably tonight. So hopefully you guys will see that maybe tomorrow or the following day. But either way, we've got a nice little game going on here. Freddie Freeman with a base knock into right field. That's going to drive home too. Both McCutchen and I think it was Jose Peraza who was on third will come around and score. Freeman actually gets thrown out at second there. Probably not a great play on my part. I should have known they weren't going to go through there. But anyway, next batter is Jorge Soler. He's ahead in the count 3-1. And Soler goes to deep left field. This ball's back at the track, at the wall. Gone. A solo home run for Jorge Soler. Now that makes it 3-0. It could have been 4-0 if Freeman hadn't gotten thrown out, but all well, not the end of the world there. We still have a nice 3-run lead, and we've got Matt Wiesler on the mound to protect it. I wanted to use Wiesler in this episode because he is one of the new additions to the rotation last year. Of course, he pitched out of the bullpen towards the end of the year and in the bullpen in the playoffs. But he had, I think, probably 25-plus starts or so last season and was relatively effective. Wasn't anything special, but anyway, there's Benito Rodriguez 2 batters later going yard himself. That makes it 4-0 now, as it's the second solo home run of the inning here for the Atlanta Braves. Cole Calhoun split the 2 in the lineup, so they weren't back-to-back home runs, but still. Anyway, we're skipping ahead to the top of the 5th now. It's Brandon Belt pinch hitting for Huerta, so his day is done, but it's Belt getting a little base knock into center field, and all of a sudden the Cardinals have 2 men on with just 1 man out. A nice run-scoring opportunity brewing here for St. Louis. Ben Revere up next. It's the top of the lineup, and Revere's going to take one into right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Soler is going to try and throw home, but a bad decision on his part. The throw's offline. That's going to allow Belt to get at the third now, so first and third with just 1 out still for Melky Cabrera. 3-run game. Now Cabrera goes into right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Soler gets it in quickly, but Revere's trying to go to third, and he's in there. So Revere goes first to third. It's an RBI base knock for Melky, and it's 4-2 now. Matt Carpenter up next. Carpenter flares one into left. Calhoun coming on. Can't make the play. Revere's going to try and score from third. The throw is not in time, and it's a 1-run ball game. 3 runs here from the Cardinals already this inning. Now it's Matt Adams up next, a.k.a. Fat Adams. A base hit into left field. That just barely gets through. They're going to try and send him home. for the tie, and the throw is dropped by Robinson Cruz. Unbelievable. That should have been the second out of the inning. Unfortunately, that would do it for Bat Weasler. I just decided he was getting hit around way too much right now. Even though some of it was solid contact, I could not get it out, and I decided I had to go to the bullpen. It's going to be Ruby De La Rosa on now for the Atlanta Braves, one of the minor league signings we made in the offseason. This one is going to be popped up. Freeman can't make the play. The run from third is coming home, and he will score. Unbelievable stuff here. A comedy of errors from the Atlanta Braves, and the Cardinals have the lead here. Unbelievable. It is 5-4. Now it is Colton Wong up next. That's going to get into right field for a base hit. They're going to try. No, they won't. Actually, the run will be held up at third, but that will load the bases for the next batter. It's going to be Jed Lowry. Still just one out in this inning. Lowry, base hit into left field. Another hit for the Cardinals as they have batted around now. Lowry actually led off the inning with a foul out. And now it's going to be Max Fried. So 9 straight batters reach here for the Cardinals in the inning. They've already pushed across 7 runs actually, excuse me. Looking for more. It is Cody Stanley up. Stanley, base it into center field. Another run's going to come home. Yet another single for the Cardinals. It seems like they've had at least 7 or 8 singles this inning, and I think maybe 1 double and a walk. I don't know, something like that. It's Brandon Belt. I remember he pinch hit this inning earlier. He's up again, and he's got a base hit. It's going to be another single. Actually, this one could go for extra bases. Belt is heading for second, but they're going to wave home the runner from first. A relay. Not in time. Stanley's just in there, and it is 10-4 St. Louis. Unbelievable. They have blown this game open, a 10-run inning. Now it's Ben Revere up later. Actually, he'd be the next batter, excuse me. He's going to fly one deep right. That is caught by Soler on the run. Belt tagging from second. He's going to be waved home. What? He's trying to score from second on a flyout. That was dumb. He would be thrown out at home. But they get 10 runs in the inning. Unbelievable. I don't think I've ever allowed 10 runs in a single inning in any MLB The Show, but anyway, that was unprecedented stuff right there. Just single after single. I could not believe it. So this would turn into a game of the bullpens. Marco Gonzalez on for the Cardinals. We would counter with Jason Hirsch. So it's top 6 here. Matt Adams up 1-0 count. This is going to be grounded to the second baseman. Flipped to short for 1 under first in time. It's a 4-6-3 double play, and Hirsch is out of the inning. Now bottom 6, Calhoun up. He goes down on the changeup from Marco Gonzalez, who came in and was dealing. He's got a 1.42 ERA this year. The former first-round pick for the St. Louis Cardinals. He gets Benito Rodriguez to strike out as well. So a pair of Ks on the changeup that inning. Gonzalez is through it. We are through 6 here. 10-4 is the lead here. All 14 runs scored within 6 outs of each other. Unbelievably enough, that's got to be. I don't know, it might be some sort of record. I'm not sure. We'll see. I think the Red Sox and Marlins played a couple games back in 2003. I remember where I think the Red Sox won one game like 25-8, and then the next night the Marlins won the next game like 19-6 or something like that. It was something along those lines. So and the Red Sox did score 14 runs in one of those innings, or 13 runs I want to say. So I don't know, I could be wrong. Check out that though. That was unbelievable that Terry DiMaggio walked on that pitch. That was in no way, shape, or form a ball, but whatever. Later in the inning, it's Jose Peraza. He's going to get a base knock into center field. That would get DiMaggio home. So now we've cut it to a 10-5 game at least, but Gonzalez still in there, and he's going to induce the ground out from Andrew McCutcheon. Lowry's throw to first in time. So we are through 7 here. It is still 10-5. St. Louis on top now, bottom 8. It is Kevin Segrist in now, and this is actually going to be the third out of the inning. I thought Calhoun might have gotten in there, but I probably shouldn't have been setting him anyway in a 10-run or 5-run game. But either way, now later in the game, I'm not even sure who's pitching at this point. I think it's Antonio Bastardo. He's going to get Cruz to ground out, and that would do it. So the Cardinals go on to win by a final score of 10-5. Kind of a weird game, I gotta say, but either way, they get the victory. They earned it fair and square, no doubt. Although I will say they got extremely lucky. Anytime you get like 8 straight singles, that's getting 8 straight hits on balls in play. And when they're singles, you know they're not hit. They're likely not going to be hit very hard. So I will say the BABIP gods were literally unzipping their drawers and leaking all over the Atlanta Braves here tonight. But that is going to do it. Hope you guys did enjoy. Thanks for watching, and I'm out. Peace.